What's up, guys? It is Brian from HASHWAREHUB. It is about 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time, January 4th, 2018, and we're coming to you with a brand new Bitcoin trading video. So hit those subscribe buttons, hit the notification bell, so you get all of our information directly in your inbox. And let's get right to it. So, last night, this is where we left off on Bitcoin, okay? We thought that there was going to be a kind of a triangle formation. You know, the alternate plan for attack here was thought maybe we'd have a bullish flag or some sort of a flag. You know, the third thing is really the flat correction. That flat correction is kind of always there. And, you know, remember we had this kind of, that flat correction here. We made some video some time ago about that. That's what this whole correction was right here. It looks like we have a smaller one right here. And, you know, that's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's not a problem at all. Now, remember some time ago on the videos I had said, you know, I really wish that the correction really had gone down to like 9,000, because that really would have gotten out any of the weak holders at all. And now I think that's what we're seeing again. I think we're seeing some of those weak holders coming out of the market. And why? Let's go through a little bit of market psychology here, right? So a lot of the weak holders got out here. Then there's like their medium weak holders, okay, that still hold it, right? But they hold it with the intention of getting out once this thing rallies back. And I think that's what happened right here. So the market had hit a bottom, it shot up, and then we had, you know, kind of this sideways momentum right here, where I think there were some sellers right here. And some people were okay with kind of getting this bounce off here, right? That's why you had kind of this sideways, you know, up and down kind of momentum here. And then, okay, then the market shot up. And again, we have kind of this sideways momentum. And then people wake up and they say, wow. Some of these, you know, medium weak holders wake up and they say, wow, market's, you know, pretty high here. You know, it's not at all-time highs, but it's pretty high. And what happens is they just start selling. And that's exactly what happened here. As if you look at the buy candles, right, the up candles, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right, and then in like 3 to 4 candles it takes it down, right? And even here, right, the market ran up for a few candles and then like 3 candles down. It ran up for a few candles and then look how far it took it down. Even this last candle right here. And this is good. We want to see this. This is like purging. This is like you get a bad stomach bug and you got to get it out of your system. This is the market. This is the market purging it out. Now, what does that mean for us as far as chart patterns? And if we go over some Elliott wave patterns real quick, you know, this is what's called like a flat correction, and it's not immediately obvious, right? So if we just delete some of this stuff here, delete this, and delete this, it's a little bit more evident to see. So it's basically like this: a flat correction has a count of 3, 3, 5. In other words, an ABC correction, and A is made up of 3 waves, B is made up of 3 waves, and C is made up of 5 waves. And that's exactly what I think is going on here. Okay, so this is A, right? This is A, this is B, and this is C. Now, if you don't see A, it's a little difficult. Okay, this high right here is higher than the high here. Okay, so A is made of 3 waves. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right? Same thing with B, made of 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now C, remember 3, 3, 5. C is supposed to be made up of 5 waves. Not sure what's going on right here. Okay, we may be down for another drop down here, but because right now I can count basically only 3. 1, 2, 3. So this would be 4 and then 5. Now if we go in a little bit closer, maybe we go into like half hour, something like that, maybe we could see a little bit more. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't. This has to be lower than here. This has to be lower than here. So yeah, I mean, Not sure. Maybe if you go even closer, then possibly you maybe even finer of a detail. Maybe you see 5 waves. I don't see it just yet. We may possibly be, in for another another down wave right here, which I would like to see. I would like to see that. It's healthy for it to kind of test these levels here again, okay, and then expand off of there. It would be a healthy thing to see. So, with that, let's take a look at the other charts that we normally take a look at. Hold on one sec. All right, we're back. So, what are we looking at here? This is the hourly bars on Bitcoin, Poloniex data, and let's take it through it here a little bit. Okay, we had a buy signal basically right here, and we took it. We rode it all the way up, so we had a sell signal. We got out basically right here. We had another buy signal right here. We took it. All right, we got out of it. Basically some of it right here, and we held some more because we thought that possibly, this down signal, this down sine wave indicator was going to go ahead and bring the market down. We wanted to give it a little bit more breathing room, okay, than what the blue line, the cayenne line, the hidden support level indicated. Okay, that's one of the ways in which you can adjust your risk levels. Okay, you don't necessarily always need to go by the blue line, but we felt, hey, and we made some money here. Okay, we can expend a bit more risk here. Okay, don't do it unless you're making money. If you're not making money, don't take on risk. Next, rose up here. Okay, we got out of a little bit right here, okay, and then we pretty much got out of the rest of it right along here, okay, right along here. And why did we do that? Because we had a great run from where we started, okay, we had a great run from where we started, and we got out some here, right, and we got out some here, and here we're just being greedy, okay, and the trend strength indicator is plummeting. It's plummeting. The trend indicator is going down. MACD down. Okay, the sign indicator is at a top. So hey, just the general cyclicality that a sign indicator goes ahead and picks up on a short-term basis is telling us that the tendency from this point is to go down. Tendency. It's not absolute. It's not going to happen 100% of the time, but the tendency is for it to go down, and the market's pretty much already at the blue line. So, why are we to tempt fate? And that's exactly what happened. The market came down. So we got out, let's say, for example, just less than 15,000. The market right now is called like 14,000 and change, 14,100. Okay, well, actually no, it's a little higher than that, what it is right now, but still, you would have to stomach this right here. Okay, it's about 14,000, let's call it 700. Okay, so there's no reason to go ahead and take on that risk. Just no reason at all. So next, what is this telling us with respect to that flat correction? So remember we were saying that fifth wave, we want to see that fifth wave before we consider the correction to be over. And we didn't see that fifth wave, and it looks like already the market's trying to run north. So this may be telling us is that fifth wave may be coming in. It may be coming in right now. The market may tend to sell off shortly. What I don't like to see is this right here. Is this how it kind of hiccuped, right? It didn't get down to the lowest point where we'd like to buy, okay, at 4, where this is at -4. We like it to actually pierce -4 like here. At the very least, we like to see this. A nice piercing, and then it comes back and comes up. Okay, we like to see that. Here, it kind of like made a very sharp turn. It doesn't tell us very much. We don't like it. Kind of what this tells us a lot of times is that it's a little confused. We don't mind it so much when it's like here. Okay? Like here, right? It kind of made this sharp piercing right here, but we already had like this nice piercing here. Okay? It happened to be wrong, but still, it was a lower risk trade. even still, here it was at that -4 territory. Here it is not. So we're not looking to purchase right now as far as us. Now let's take a look at things on a daily basis. All right, so this is Bitcoin on a daily basis. Remember Poloniex data, and what do we got? Okay, so obviously everybody knows about the sell-off. We made tons of videos about it, and then here, boom, it pierces -4, right at the same time as the signal came about. This is January 1st, and it then came up right here. Okay, this is January 3rd. Now, this right here is today. So remember yesterday we made a video that the sell-off was over, or the correction is over. So that video that prediction we had made was specifically on Elliott waves and chart pattern analysis. This happened to also tell us the same thing. Now we wouldn't have just come out and said that based on this alone. We wouldn't have. We wouldn't, based on these indicators, we would have wanted to see more before we would come out and say that. However, this added to the story. Remember, all your tools, all your analytics need to add to this story. They need to write to this story. Okay, think of it like a sitcom. A sitcom has, 10, 20 writers on staff, and they all add to this story. It's the same thing here too. Okay, you need to understand the context of each one of these writers because they tell you a different part of the story, which is the market. So yeah, I mean, this is looking good for Bitcoin as far as a rebound is concerned. This is telling us, that possibly a rebound at the very least, or a new run up to new highs may be in the works. Now the D trend is still coming down, okay? But it looks like it could be leveling off here. And we're going to have to see. We have to track this pretty closely to see what's going on. The MACD is getting tighter. Okay, it's not as tight as we'd like it to see. And the sign indicator is pointing up. So this is just based on a cyclical basis. And we don't really put too much emphasis on the sign indicator when it comes to daily data. Okay, just because daily data is not all that cyclical. It's more trend oriented. So what we'd like to see is possibly a blue cross come in here, or a blue line. And yeah, I mean, it's just really going to have to see the next few days what's going on. So when did the last time did this happen? The last time this happened was here, okay, where the market just popped up, okay, where the trend strength indicator popped up, and the market took it took a good month basically to kind of start really running up. However, what were we seeing already? We were already seeing that the trend strength indicator was kind of in a somewhat of an uptrend. Okay, it wasn't really on a definitive downtrend. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, we're going to keep a very close eye on it. And now that I'm not as sick as I was the past few days, you should be hearing more from me. Also, to that note, I think we're going to be thinking about putting some of these indicators on TradingView and making them available to those whom are interested. So that's going to take some time, some work to do. So if you guys are interested, definitely let us know, because I don't just want to do it for nobody to really be interested. So with that said, happy trading, and we will speak to you soon.